Hello, my name is Mareta Jannati, and I'm gonna explain my understanding for reading report 1, and this is from PDF An Introduction to Language by Kirk. And there are three example questions I can describe and explain about the file. And the number one is, what are the different types of morpheme that discussed in the chapter? And number two is, how does the chapter explain the concept of structural ambiguity in words? And the last is, uh, what example that can be taken from the whole chapter from this file? I think that is the three main question I can describe in this video. Number one is, the chapter discusses the two main types of morphemes. It is number one is content morphemes, and also the number two is function morphemes. Number one is content morphemes, and these are morphemes that carry significant meaning and can stand alone as a words. The example of content morphemes is including nouns, verb, adjective, and also adverbs. They provide the core semantic content of a sentence. And number two is a function morphemes. This is a morpheme that serves grammatical purpose, and it is also included prefixes, suffixes, and inflection. The function morphemes do not carry significant meaning on their own, but they are essential for indicating tense, number, and also a mood. For example, the suffix ed in walked indicates the past tense. Additionally, the chapter explores the concept of bimorphic forms and also the particularly in context of strong verbs in English, where the past tense is derived from a change in the vowel of the verb itself, such as speak becoming spoke. It was taken from the page 24 from the file. And the discussion emphasized the complexity of how morphemes combine to form words and how this relationship can vary across language and over time. It is taken from page 22 and also from page 16. Let's move for the question number 2. I gonna explain structural ambiguity as a situation where a sentence or a phrase can be interpreted in more than one way. Due to its structure, this differs from a lexical ambiguity, which arises when words has multiple meanings. One word has a multiple meanings. It is, for example, in the phrase "the old man and the boat." The structural ambiguity comes from the arrangement of words, leading to confusion about whether old described as the man or if a man is used as verb meaning to crew the boat. That are the uh, clearest example for me. And the ambiguity is structural because it is the arrangement of the words. It is arrangement that allows for a multiple interpretation rather than the individual meaning of the words themselves. It is taken from the page 7 from the file. And let's next for question number 3, the example. Example of morpheme that are books. Morpheme that can stand alone and as a subword morpheme indicating plural plural as in books. And number two is affix. Usually, the example of affix is the clearer one as governmental. Governmental can be broken down into the root govern and the affixes meant, which turns the verb into a noun, and all which turns to a noun into an adjective. Next one, example for a prefix. The example is on. In unhappy, here on is a prefix that negates the meaning of the roots happy. Also, the example for suffix is ness in the word happiness. The suffix ness transforms the adjective happy into the noun happiness. The last example are infinites. While infinixes are not commonly found in English, and in example, we can take from another language. It can be from Tagalog. It is word sulat. Sulat, it is just the verb, becoming sumulat to write it. But with the infinix, is inserted. That's all the thing I can explain from the PDF. If it to if it this is to summarize, I can understand in that way. Thank you.